All right, let's take a look at all overall major markets. We're going to take a look at S&P, Nas, Dow. We're going to take a look at gold and dollar. So, and then maybe crypto as well. So the big thing that everybody's watching is this S&P 500 trend line that got respected, and we're getting a sell-off. The big question is now what? Well, first of all, the as you can see, the dropping volume. This is the average, the yellow line, the average. The drop in volume when you approach a resistance is not a bullish sign. Number one. Number two, obviously, we got to respect it. There are two scenarios that I see in the near future. So uh, I think that everybody's waiting for the CPI next Tuesday. That's the going to be the deciding factor with what's going to happen in the remainder of the year, and probably even the beginning of the next year in January. So what I mean, for the last 3 days, 4 days, we've been selling off in all of stock indices. However, if you take a look at the yields have hardly budged. You can see they're still on at the lows in the range, and this is the previous high. We basically were taking a pause at the previous key resistance, now turn support, and we basically completed this head and shoulders uh, right here to the T, and that's that. So I can actually remove this. So the yields are not confirming the move in stock indices. The stock indices move. What is it's telling me right now is it's just profit taking by the money that smart money that accumulated here, push the price up, and they're just simply exiting some of their longs just in case. Because, like I said, if we are to accelerate the sell off in stock indices, we should see confirmation in the yields. And since everybody's awaiting the CPI data next week, I think that's why the bond market is not really moving uh, uh, one way or another, right? So everybody is waiting for the data to uh, see basically if the CPI that printed last month was a one-off soft number, and this month we basically might have a high number again, or if we have a second consecutive data point that will allow Fed to pivot, because now it wasn't just a one-off statistical outlier last month. It's actually now becoming well, sequential trend. So the pricing in mechanisms will kick in that the Fed is going to be more dovish than hawkish. So all of this is just profit taking. I can easily see this thing take out these highs just to fuck with everybody for a Christmas rally. Completely step out the newly minted shorts at the from these positions here. Their stops obviously were right here, maybe here at best, right? Smart ones probably keep it here, but that's 300 points. That's already getting pricey. So it can step out everybody during Christmas rally and then reverse. Consequently, if the data, if we start breaking the support structure, then we just have to trade what we see. I actually was shorting S&P yesterday. Did not short it today, but I was shorting a other risk assets. And right now, what we're seeing in the markets, we grab liquidity after this rise last week. We completely reversed this price action and stopped out the late buyers on the Powell speech that resulted in this move. Right, so we stopped them out. Uh, Let me actually show you a 4-hour chart. As you can see, we basically grab liquidity below these lows, and then we have the profit taking ensued, and that's why you get this pin bar action. I think in most of these indices, right? So same thing here. Previous low, blasted through it, stopped out the longs that thought that this is who FOMOed in and thought this is going to keep on going and going and going. So now we stopped out the longs. So who's left in the markets? Shorts, right? People who shorted at the resistance at the trend line here. So as we seek, as the market makers and the price seeks liquidity, very highly likely we can run the stops here before we roll over. Again, unless we start breaking key levels. So this is the last key level, I would say, on a daily. Uh, we already took this one out, but this is the one I'm watching. So if we take out this level plus the trend line channel, the bullish bear market rally, if we basically have a breakdown here, then I think it's safe bet that we might, any bounce will be offered for a sell. So something will basically sell off, a little bounce, and then everybody piles on and just drives the price lower. Same thing here. Sell off, a little bounce, a little hope, last hurrah for the bulls, and then price drops. Same thing here. Sell off, a little pump, and then the sell off. So to confirm all of this, it will be necessary for us to watch what's happening with the yields, because if yield starts pumping again, we will if yields will start pumping again, we'll this will be the confirmation for the uh, for everything else, because yields have to confirm, as everything is based off of yields right now on the Federal Reserve, what they're trying to achieve by combating uh, um, inflation. One sec. Back. So to we will need to see to start shorting the indices, not intraday but as a position trade. I would need to see some breakouts in the yields. That way, we're gonna have the dollar rally, and the stocks will be selling off, and gold will be selling off as well. Gold is actually looking pretty healthy, all things considered. Why? Well, because we did sell off in the last couple of sessions. Let me remove the volume. And we did sell off from the tops. From Monday, we ran new highs, stopped everybody out who were shorting against this heavy resistance, right? Stopped everybody out and promptly reversed. But even with this reversal, we are still in the uptrend. So only once we take out this key level, we will be in a very aggressive acceleration towards these lows and maybe lower. But again, everything is data dependent on the yields as they're pricing in the Fed's future action to come, and all of that will be culminated for the basically the last hurrah for the big trade this year is going to be next Tuesday with the CPI data, and that will be we will know we will it will be determined what we're going to do basically for the rest of the year based on the CPI data. So even if it comes in hot, we will still need to meaning if it comes in soft, I'm sorry, and we have two data points that are giving munition for the Fed to stop being as aggressive. It will still the price action will still need to. I'm sure we're gonna get one of these spikes uh, intraday for if the price comes in, CPI comes in, and we'll have a breakout. So if we have a breakout on S&Ps, that means we're gonna gonna get at the Christmas rally, and we're gonna look for buying dips. So for now, I'm still looking for sells, as people who were smart money that were buying here and drove this price up are taking off a little bit of their positions or taking profit altogether. So let's take a look at US dollar. So US dollar is literally approaching a very critical support. Let's go weekly. This is the dollar index. Still think that we're gonna do one of these flat corrections right now, because we basically wave one, wave two, wave three, wave four into the support. So we should find some support here, do a little retracement of this sell-off, and we'll see. Maybe we'll go all the way up here. Maybe we'll stop here and do one of these zigzag correction, and then do the fifth leg up. I still think that we're going to have a fifth leg up, and that's probably going to be in 2023 when the economy, world economy, will go to complete shit as higher interest rates finally catch up with the economy, and businesses will have uh, lower earnings, which is not being priced into the indices, stock indices at all right now. That their uh, earnings will be much lower due to the recessionary uh, forces exerting on the economy. So gold. Well, let's finish the dollar. So yeah, I think we're going to be bottoming somewhere here. This is a deep enough pullback. We blasted through 38.2. Maybe we'll stop around 50 right here, a little more before a little more lower, maybe yet still before we have a bounce up. The key, I think this is safe to say, once we take out, or maybe even something like this, the trend line. Once we take it out, because we're still making lower lows and lower highs, as you can see on a daily, right? High, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, and the lows are also lower. So we still have not we have not broken um, the downtrend, the daily downtrend of the last month sell-off correction, correction of this leg up. So we are getting though momentum divergence already. So this is running out of steam. So if we break out and we do a change of character, we do a structural break, and then dip, and then make a higher high, obviously we'll switch the trend uh, from this to back to the uptrend. So once it starts, it's going to start happening. Where we'll be selling euros, pounds, and Aussies, and the rest of it. Let's take a look at crypto. Crypto has been probably not very interesting as always. It does a crazy move, then just nothing. Crazy move, dead volatility. Crazy move, now sideways, and the ranges, daily ranges, are abysmal, just tiny, 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 tiny. Right. So I guess I'm actually not trading crypto right now aggressively, but other people on Apex team are, and we just you basically have to sell extremes, buy the dips at the lows. So um, that's about it. Just look at the extremes, and that's easy pickings on 1 hour chart frames. Like here, every time I was approaching the resistance here at the level, it was it would sell off, and every time it would approach the range lows with some support, trendline support, you can see the bounce. So very simple TA, and it's actually working because this is a very slow range bound market. If you zoom out, you can also I'm looking at the volume profile to see to identify spots that are good for shorting, and good for buying. Anyway, so as always, if you want to see us trade live, it's nothing like you've ever seen. We have five, six traders trading daily, showing their monitors all at once, and we have swing traders, we have scalpers, we have crypto traders, indices traders. If you made to this video this far, just check out the description page for the Discord link, for the Telegram link, and this is this will
Hello, hello.
it will allow you
Stan,
to
you there?
one sec. Sorry guys, one
Why
sec,
the
one sec.
fuck is there a meme channel now?
Sorry about that. Somebody was came in on the Discord, they're looking for me. Anyway, so a little a little live action. Forgot to mute my Discord. Anyway, stop by. This is where we trade 24/7. Trade is covering European hours, US session obviously, and Asian session, and that's one of our Asian guys just came in. So stop by. You can hang. You can watch everybody trade live as it happens. You can get better education than that. All right, I hope it helps. Enjoy.